I forgot to unmute. That's right. Welcome back to 999 for the last time, hopefully, unless this ending ends up being like way longer than I remember. I'm sure it is going to be long, but we'll try not to make it too painful. I was contemplating if I should go. Well, it sent me to the start. Here's the opening cutscene. I was contemplating if I should play all the way from the beginning to the end, since it's been so long. Like, I actually looked back at the VODs and I was like, oh god, it's been over a year since the first stream of this. So I was wondering if I should go all the way back. But I think that would just be too much. And also, if you do just go back and watch the VODs on the YouTube channel, it would probably be kind of annoying to just watch me play the beginning all over again when you've already seen it. Yeah. I mean, here is the opening, but we're gonna go ahead and do some skipping. We've got our handy-dandy flowchart. So, what we're going to do, I'm gonna just keep a little note over here. Guide to achieve all the endings. For the true ending, we just need to choose a certain path that we haven't done before. Okay. So it looks like I do need to do some things in the escape rooms. Okay. Also, hello, intruder. Wait, oh, lurking like a turkey. I thought you said looking like a turkey, and I was like, wow. Why do I look like a turkey? And Grezzy, congrats on being first. Alright. Ergo's not a crow, but a turkey. No. Why are there no turkey VTubers, huh? Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and go to the first escape room when we choose the number 4 door. And yeah, this was, we're in the cabins with, Santa and June. And I think Lotus is there also. Okay. So I think we need to play some of this room, because we need to get a certain conversation to happen in order to trigger, like, the true ending. Okay, so let's play through this very nostalgic escape room. This would have been the first one that we did back when I was streaming this. We got matches. See if I can just speed run this. Oh, okay. Already got a conversation. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Yes, I'm fine.
Man, I forgot. What? Yeah, has she been getting fever since the start of the game? I only remembered it in those like more recent scenes, but I guess yeah, she's just been having fevers the whole time. June certainly looked fine.
Let me see your forehead.
Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds.
Guess it really has gone down.
Are you worried about me?
Hold on, is this response important? I don't think so. But we'll be nice. We'll say, yeah, I am.
Yeah, I guess I am.
June blushed and giggled.
By the way, Jumpy.
Hmm?
How did you end up here?
What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-Deck.
Thanks for the recap. Damn straight? That feels like a weird response.
But is that really the truth?
What?
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
No, why would I?
Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious.
Let me... Is the game a little loud? Just bump it down a notch.
I mean, why would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this?
Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something?
What would I hide?
Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know?
You mean like the number of men I've dated?
Junpei's heart stumbled over itself.
Do you want to know?
He had to admit, he was a little curious.
Don't worry.
She smiled at him.
Only 18. Time 0. Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet.
June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant.
Yeah, I see.
Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way.
Anyway, I'm not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-Deck.
Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school.
I wonder.
June nodded, and for a few moments, she had the faraway look of someone in deep thought.
Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that?
Yeah, I do. So?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours.
You got any ideas who it might be?
No, nothing.
Oh,
Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal?
or the janitor, or the lunch lady.
No, I can barely remember any of them.
Yeah, I know.
Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Mood. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that had happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. There was the time when all his rabbits died. It's a display case. But there's nothing being displayed. How sad. Looks like the drawers are empty too. It's a round wooden table. Jumpy, what are you doing? We don't have time to be relaxing on a sofa. And hello again. Wait. 9,999.999999? I agree. How's it going? It's going pretty good. Thanks for the hydrate. I am going to need to hydrate a lot during this stream. How are you doing, Iken? This isn't a painting. Is it a map? It looks like a map of the ship's interior. Oh, this is a great find. I think it'll be really useful. Let's take it with us. It is now possible to use the map. Junpei took one last look at the map, then folded it up and slid it back into his pocket. June looked up as he closed it. And hold on, and Cressy redeemed headpats. There we go.
This ship is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long.
You might even call it Titanic in size.
Must be one of those fancy cruise ships.
Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Even if it's just some sort of style choice, there's just too much.
Do you remember what Zero said? Do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other?
That's a good point. I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason.
Junpei took a moment to look around the room.
Do you think this boat is
Okay, so I guess before I've said a replica of the Titanic, we could say the actual Titanic. Let me just make sure that's not part of... Yeah, this is the story. Okay. This is not part of anything important, so...
The actual Titanic?
The actual Titanic? You mean it, like, slipped through time and ended up here? Before the ship sunk on April 14th, 1912?
Huh? What the hell are you smoking?
Huh? Did I get it wrong?
Junpei grinned and shook his head.
No, that's not... I mean, come on. I mean, slipped through time? Seriously? I was talking about the controversy surrounding the Titanic.
Of course, yeah, we all know.
Controversy? What do you mean?
Haven't you heard of it? It's pretty famous, you know? The Titanic had a sister ship that was essentially identical.
Yeah, for a second I thought I was gonna say, like, Junpei, are you a Titanic denier? Like, the Titanic never actually sank.
It was called the Olympic.
Oh, yes, I have heard of that. I think I heard it was troubled by a lot of problems. And the company that owned it didn't know what to do with it, right? So they made the Olympic up to look just like the brand new Titanic.
That's right. They also took out a huge insurance policy on it before it set sail.
Huh. That would mean that the real Titanic never sank.
Yeah, the ships got swapped.
Oh, okay, I see.
The real Titanic was renamed the Olympic in secret.
Whoa.
They used it as a passenger ship for more than 20 years.
Hey, wait a minute. Wouldn't that mean it retired in 1935?
Huh? Well, yeah, I guess sometime around then, yeah.
Well, what happened to it after that?
I heard it was dismantled.
Dismantled? Then it doesn't matter, does it? Whichever boat the real Titanic was, it doesn't exist anymore. It was either retired and dismantled, or sunk in the Atlantic by the curse.
Hold on. Excuse me? Curse in brackets?
But then that would mean that this ship is...
Wait, what did you just say?
Huh?
You know, the curse that sunk the Titanic. Come on, we all know about this, Junpei.
Sank in the Atlantic because of what?
Also, again, they filmed the whole thing, a little wind-up ship being sunk in a bathtub. That's how they did it. Those bastards.
The curse.
What do you mean, a curse?
A curse is a curse. This one is the curse of the Egyptian mummy.
Sure. Oops. Let me just take care of this. Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that.
Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amun-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid. And they say that the mummy had a history.
I mean, yeah.
Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you've heard of it before. Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Haven't you ever heard that one?
So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse?
That's right!
June's eyes had lit up with excitement like a child with a new toy.
That's stupid. I don't buy it.
It's true!
How can you be so sure?
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. It was really mysterious, totally unbelievable.
What is so unbelievable about it?
Well, supposedly, she was really pretty.
Pretty?
Yes,
But she was a mummy.
that's right. She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She almost looked alive.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, it's that thing. I don't remember the name. Where your body turns into some kind of wax? Yeah? The fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And
Yes, saponification, but that's not what it was.
I do just like such a zero escape thing. Just like, yeah, of course, we all know about that, obscure scientific thing. But it wasn't that. It was something else.
Huh?
That's not it. She wasn't wax.
Then what was it?
They say that she was frozen.
Oh, like Captain America.
What? Frozen?
That's right. The whole body was frozen solid. You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all of that water was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
That's crazy.
I think so too, but maybe it's true and we just didn't know about it before.
I didn't know?
Yup. Maybe it's common sense to eat shaved ice in the desert because it lasts forever.
What?
Huh? Nah, that seems too silly to be true.
But maybe it isn't. It just appears that way because you didn't know it was true.
Well, yeah,
Think about it. Jun and Junpei talked a little more, and then went back to their investigation. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she told
ice
him.
that doesn't melt, even in the desert? Does something like that really exist? No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it?
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he'd eaten his ice cream too fast. I get it. And then in parentheses, doesn't get it at all. It's a bottle with water in it. This is a bedroom. They probably have it there because your throat always feels dry when you wake up, you know? My throat's dry, but I think that's because I'm a little nervous right now. Well, we did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, did you want to take a shower together? Whoa! Just kidding. Too late to take it back. My brain's already working out the picture. My throat was dry already. This sure isn't helping. A wooden cupboard. There are cups inside, surprising no one. Bed. Look, there's two pillows right next to each other. Guess it's a double. Huh? What's up? You're turning red. Oh man, is her fever back? Hey, are you alright? Do you need to lay down for a minute? I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that. Huh? Hey, seriously, are you really okay? Alright. It's a light blue blanket with some designs on it. Someone's made the bed, or at least never unmade it. There's only bed sheets under the blanket, nothing exciting. Okay, why are we even looking at it? Under the bed? No. Oops, bed frame. Now we don't have to worry about falling off. I toss and turn when I sleep. She's blushing again. What the hell is she thinking about? Okay. Why is there like a special camera angle for the bed? I don't really remember everything about this puzzle room. Even if it's heavy, that's light? Oh, okay. Let's move on. Dresser key. A key. I think it's the key to the dresser? It's a dresser. There's nothing on top. I mean, what if we already opened it, so we don't need a key for it. Chair that goes with the dresser. Nothing particularly interesting about it. Okay. What else we got? We got this picture. This is kind of a weird looking picture. Do you think it's an abstract painting or something? It looks kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose, sucking on a human being's brain. Where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? Can't say I'd mind finding out a little more about what goes on in there. It's kind of weird looking picture. Some sort of weird black and white design. Looks like there's a room on the right side of the picture. Okay. Let's go. That's the bathroom wall. There's square tiles all over it. Okay. There's a little blue platform protruding from the shower wall next to the knobs. It's for putting soap on. I used a shower once, so I know. He's so proud. I used a shower once. That's the shower knob. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. Just a shower head. Alright. Toilet paper. Collection of full and partially depleted rolls of toilet paper. Someone was well prepared. There's nothing too suspicious about it. toilet. There's nothing there. The tank's empty too. There isn't even any water in it. Yeah. Why don't we go back to the living room? Okay, let's go back. Oh, wait. What about the curtain? Shower curtains, huh? Let's try closing it. Now I can see the full expanse of the shower curtain in all its waterproof glory. There's nothing. Suspicious. It's just a normal old shower curtain. A narrow shower. And I'm standing in it with June. This is awkward. Time to open the curtain. Is only one wall tiled? Yeah, right? Kind of weird. The rest is just plastic or whatever. That vase looks expensive. Let's break it. I wonder how much we could get for it. Are you gonna steal it? I mean, if you're gonna be stuck in a death game, you might as well get something out of it. Okay, I think that's everything in this room for now. Nothing in the display case. Okay. Jumpy, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus's room. Why? What do you mean, why? I'm just gonna check up on them. Is there something wrong with that? Well, no. Come back soon. Sure thing. I'll leave the rest to you. Even though, really, I always end up solving all the puzzles. Sure, leave it to me. Alright, off to the other room. Looks like a valuable vase. Empty, though. There seems to be a room on the left side. There's another painting. It's a tile with a black and white pattern on it. Yeah, gotta find some more. Let's go to the bathroom. Looks the same. This is the bathroom wall. Hi, Lotus. By the way, Lotus is here. The whole wall is covered in these square tiles. What about this shower curtain? There is no shower curtain. This room doesn't have a shower curtain. This room? Well, there were shower curtains in the bathroom that June was checking out. But you're saying this bathroom doesn't have any. Yeah, that's right. There's probably a reason why. Is there anything in the toilet? Guess not. Tank's empty too. Toilet paper? Some toilet paper. We've got 2 rolls, I guess. Can't flush the toilet, but you do have toilet paper. A candle with a candlestick. This might come in handy. Yay. It's a candle, Junpei. It's on an iron candlestick. That's a pretty big candle. If we light it, it'll probably get really bright. I don't know if that's how it works. It's just... the bigger the candle, the brighter it is. We have matches. I know. If I use these matches to light the candle... Lit candle. Wow, how does the fire stay like that, no matter which way you rotate it? Amazing. You lit the candle. I'm sure it'll be a light in dark places when all of their lights go out. Hey, Lord of the Rings reference. Let's go. Awesome. With the light from the candle, maybe we can take a look around this slightly dim room. There's no way we could have done this without the candle. It gets so hot when I hold it. I want to put it down. Well, why don't you set it on top of the dresser? It's flat there. At least it won't fall over. Oh yeah. Good idea. Jumpy, you're in a death game. I think you can handle holding a candle for a little bit. Hey, it got pretty bright. Now we can look around a little. Dresser drawer. It's locked. Okay. I got a problem. I got a solution for that. Junpei, did you find this key in the other room? Yep. Then maybe that means... Let's see if this yes. It worked. Let's go. Panel. Let's go. Bed. Curtain. Let's go. 2 pillows in a pile. Oh. A pile of pillows. Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? Hey, Lotus is just like, is this anything? Is this anything? Huh? Hey, what the hell? It just got dark all of a sudden. Maybe the candle got blown out. We should go see. Like, yeah, let's turn our heads. There's a candlestick covered in melted wax on top of the dresser. Wow, that candle melted real quick. What a horrible candle. Hey, what's this? The top of the candlestick looks kind of weird. You're right. It's all bumpy. It's a key. So, I guess there's probably nothing else important over there. Let's go put up the curtain. Oops. Curtain rod. Open it. It's got a hole in it. Pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's really dedicated. Well, with a hole this big, you gotta wonder if maybe they wanted to be caught. So you're saying maybe the one getting spied on was into that shit? Maybe they were into, like, those home invasion fantasies. Home invasion? We don't need to... You two are real idiots, you know that? Hold on. Can we turn the other way? Let's try spreading the curtains. There's a hole in the curtain. If I look at it from a ways back, I can see a single tile. Alright, from here I can see what tile it is. Looks like it's fifth row on top, third from the right. Yeah. I know. That one. Wait, what? Okay. Thing's not budging. And that means... Wait, what? What does that mean? How do I use this? A key. I just pry it off with it. No? Huh. Okay. That didn't lead to anything. We can put a plate in here. Hey Junpei, that tile you've got, you think maybe you're supposed to put it in one of those empty spaces? I mean, the pattern does look kind of the same, doesn't it? He's right. I think so too. But if that is the case, you're going to need to collect all three. Don't you think we should collect them all before you start putting them in? Sure. Stressor. This is a display case. Check it out, these plates and shit look really expensive. You want to take a look? Oh, there's one of those. This tile. I think I've seen it somewhere. Yeah, I know. Kinda looks like the one we saw in the other room. Alright, well, we got a candlestick key. Let's see if this candlestick key will do anything. Yes, it opened. Alright, pull that shit open. Plate.
Hey, Junpei, you got a minute?
Here we go. Santa had shown up out of nowhere and gave Junpei no small start.
Here, take this.
Santa pulled something out of his pocket.
A bookmark?
It looked like a bookmark. It had a 4-leaf clover in it.
What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
Santa gave him a wry smile. You're the protagonist, Junpei.
You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Hope, faith, love, and luck?
What an edgy... What an edgelord Santa is.
Damn straight.
And you hate these things?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Not really, but...
Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to
What
say.
does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
Santa scratched the back of his ear and looked awkward.
Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like a flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language, I guess? Yeah, you could call them leaf words.
Leaf words.
Leaf words.
Junpei looked at the bookmark.
Hope, faith, love, and luck. The meaning of the leaves on a 4-leaf clover.
So, Yeah, I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright?
Santa pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hands.
Here.
What do you want to do? This is actually one of the things we need to accept the bookmark. Decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he?
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
He shoved the thing into his pocket and gave Santa a last confused look.
Oh, man, I feel a lot better now. That thing was a real pain, you know?
Do you really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know? Hope, faith, love, even your destiny.
Reading gives you the shivers too, again, I'm sorry. What had happened to Santa? Junpei wondered. How had he become such a bitter person? For a moment they looked at each other.
Well, that's not my only reason.
I think he spent a lot of time on 4chan. I think that's how he became such a bitter person.
What?
That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover.
Speaking of 4.
I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
God, imagine if he was really, if he really did just say, there was this website.
What, worried about the 4 horsemen?
Nah, come on, man. That's just silly.
Sure, that's what's silly.
Maybe back in the Dark Ages that kind of crap scared people. But this is the 21st century, and I'm a 21st century guy. I'm a little insulted.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
'Cause it's a half-ass number. Not the best or the worst. That's why.
What?
What a mid number.
9 is a way better number. So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number.
What are you...
Santa's explanation made no sense. Junpei was even more confused than before.
Play?
Play?
Like, the stock market? I don't think this is an important... Yeah, this is not an important answer.
You mean like the stock market?
Nah, that's not what I mean. Why the hell would you think that? I mean, yeah, I do stocks too, but...
This last statement, more or less thrown away by Santa, caught Junpei very much by surprise.
You? A stockbroker?
Yeah, got a problem with that?
No, you don't look like the type.
What Junpei didn't say, of course, was that he didn't think Santa looked smart enough to be a stockbroker.
Man, that stuff's just like gambling, you know? All you gotta do is bet on the winning horse. Nothing that hard about it.
You sure sound pretty confident. So, are you betting on winning horses?
Of course I am. You remember a couple years back when the stock for Cradle Pharmaceuticals shot through the roof? Stacked a few bills over that, if I do say so myself.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals again.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh was all Junpei could think of. He'd never even heard of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Except in a different timeline. Fortunately, he was saved quickly from further embarrassment.
Hey, how long are you gonna stand around wasting time? Stop screwing around.
The voice screaming at them from the other room was unmistakably Lotus's. Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
The lady has spoken.
Santa sighed.
We better get back to work before we really piss her off. I don't want her beating me up.
And with that, Santa walked off slowly.
Hey, wait! We weren't done!
He started after Santa, intended to catch him, but... Lotus appeared from the next room, blocking his path. Oh, hello. Thanks for the raid, Moon. Welcome. Let me shout out Moon real quick. Oh. There we go. How you doing? How was your stream? Her posture suggested she was not about to let him pass. There was nothing for it. He had lost.
Okay, I'll get back to work. Damn it.
Her glare suggested any other choice would not have ended pleasantly for him. Junpei mumbled to himself under his breath and went back to his search. Alright. Okay, what actually do I need to do here now? I know this is, like, the important thing. See a tile through the hole. Tiled wall. Oh, the other bathroom. Okay, thank you, Junpei. Oh, I... What's up? You're going back already? Can't just leave Jin there by herself. What, you think you're her knight or her protector or something? You're creeping me out. Whatever, man. I'm going. Alright. Let's take a look at the other bathroom. It was like this one? Here it is. Yes, this one's loose. I think I can get under this with my nails, and yes. It's the last one. Let's go. I keep doing that. Just go back and forth through the door. Alright, let's put all the pieces in. Let's tile in the frame. I guess I'm supposed to put the tiles in the empty spaces. Alright, I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay, we gotta remake this thing. That seems right. Is this right? Hold on. Let me switch those. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yes, I did it. There, picture complete. And there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. Mars key. Whoa, this is one of those Mars symbols. The door at the end of the hallway. It has the same symbol engraved on the keyhole. Then that's gotta mean... Yes, we can use this key to get through that door. Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had, and looked blankly at the picture that slid down.
What's the deal with this picture, anyway?
Santa had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. She looked at the picture and paused.
I think I've seen this picture before.
Where?
In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. I saw this picture in his book.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
Santa put his hands on his head, as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of that isn't difficult, exactly?
Lotus did not look pleased.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation.
Santa suddenly burst into laughter.
Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that.
Yes, I agree.
Lotus's response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some conflict.
I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book.
Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke.
Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
Santa answered first.
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it.
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
I guess it looks like...
Oh boy. Fun. I answered Fun Yarinpa before. I kind of want to just say Fun Yarinpa again. It's funny. You know, Fun Yarinpa.
A Funyarimpa. See? I mean, this totally looks like one. And here and here.
Junpei indicated parts of the picture that looked exactly like the other parts. After 3 seconds of silence, Lotus looked at Junpei.
What the hell is a Funyarimpa?
What do you mean? What the hell is a Funyarimpa? You mean you don't know?
How the hell would I know?
How could you not know? That's practically blasphemous. Oh, say you're sorry. Apologize to the Funyarimpa. Goodness, you are such a rude woman.
Another 3 seconds of awkward silence went by. Lotus opened her mouth as she shook.
Junpei, are you just screwing around? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog. See?
It's a dog.
Like this.
Lotus pointed out parts of the picture, and eventually a dog took shape. Oh yeah, there you go. It looked as though she had a point. Now I can see it. It was a dog. Santa also nodded in agreement.
So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
Lotus nodded and began to speak.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took 2 similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify, initially. But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else. These 2 pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world, outside the reach of British airwaves. To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects, roughly 1,000 people. They were shown the 2 pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results weren't really interesting on their own. 9.2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. Then, 2 days later, they aired a new program on their show.
Could hear you opening up the mount. We caught you.
Yeah. Because of the delay in the
show,
stream,
broadcast
I was
the
like
dog
listening to it,
and
and then I heard the psss, and then the unscrewing of the cap,
Yeah.
and then pouring, and I'm like, God damn, that mic is too strong. I'm not even close to the desk.
I know.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
The immersion is broken.
The audience was estimated
That's a
to
weird
be
looking dog,
200,000
though.
people. After the broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many. After another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TV and radio. This time, they only found a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same tests and the same 2 pictures. The results were startling. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog, it went from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase. So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment? There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up. Why? How did that happen? What does it mean?
Lotus looked back and forth from Junpei to Santa and back again. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she were very nearly possessed, and there was something manic about her manner. She's really passionate about science. Santa took an involuntary step backward. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight back into Lotus's eyes.
Wait, does this have something to do with that field? Or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field. Huh.
Huh. Huh.
Psych!
Her manner suddenly shifted, and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off.
I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously. Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
At last, it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure.
Right. Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I, really thought you were serious.
Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
Oh, okay, right.
Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another jovial claps on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong, unclear.
All right, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here.
Word.
Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed, staring at the picture of the dog.
Huh. A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenetic field.
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, let's go to the hallway. I'll go get June, you guys head to the door. Okay, roger that. Door. Yes, it unlocked. Good job, Junpei. Good, now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here. Come on, Junpei, let's go. Alright, let's go. We're going. We all agree. We are going through the door. You found it. Alright. So, after doing that room, to kind of like reacquaint ourselves with the beginning of the game, I think I am going to go ahead and just start skipping through text we've already seen. And just, when we get to new stuff, then we'll slow down and read that. But yeah, I think we don't need to read through everything again. We can just get to that ending.
Ah, another hallway.
So let me see. Oh, is this actually new then? Because it's not letting me skip. No, there we go. Yeah, I was going to say this shouldn't be new. Because then we just have the kitchen escape room. And we have to do some stuff here. I wish they had little, like, sped up voice lines or something. And in this room, I need to remember to do something. Okay. So I do have to do something here. Okay. So I gotta do a little solving here. Actually, I am just curious. Or wait, or do I? Because I've already done it before. This key is like, it doesn't have the X through it. So maybe I don't even need to do it. Because what I need to do here is talk about the Ice 9, which I am pretty sure I did on that other playthrough. So, okay, so maybe I actually don't even need to be doing these rooms at all. Oops. Like, I just need to make sure that I'm playing, yeah, like, through this path. Okay. Alright, then this will be even faster than I thought. Let's go to the next, choice. Hello? There we go. Yeah, let's zoom on through. Next we need to choose door 7. Right? Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, this is the one with... Okay, we're with Clover and 7. Wait. Oh, okay. We're in room 7 with 7. This is like the operating room or whatever with the mannequin, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now... Okay, I might have to actually do this stuff. We need to share the story about Ice 9. Because that was the other thing we needed to do in the kitchen. Was when we were in the freezer, we needed to talk about Ice 9. So now we need to share the story about Ice 9. And we need to hand over that Clover bookmark that Santa gave us to Clover. So let me see. Okay, I mean, I have both of these keys, apparently. So apparently I have done that. Well, that is kind of weird. Then why didn't I... Oh yeah, I think maybe when I played through... I, like, went through the red keys, but then I went to the white lock, and that's how I got the axe ending. But I have gotten these before, so I think we're good. I think we can go ahead and go to the next choice, then. Yeah, the 1, 6, and 2 doors. Just zoom on ahead.
3, 4. Alright, 7 pieces.
Just make sure, yeah, like we got the line going through the nodes. Okay, so we just need to choose this path, and we should be all set. We just have to choose door number 1. Yes?
1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 7 pieces.
Fast forward. Looney Tunes cartoon fight sound effects. Door 1. Okay, so we're with Ace and Clover. Weird. On the true path, we go with Clover twice. And we never do a room with Snake. But everybody else. Yeah, we do a room with everyone except Snake on the true playthrough. Rip Snake. Except not, right, because we found out he's not actually dead. He's in a coffin, but not actually dead. Okay. Take a look at the flowchart real quick. Oh, okay. This one actually has a cross through the key here, so maybe... Yeah, because this must have been where I went through these instead of these when I came over here. So I guess I do need to see something here. Okay. It's like from here, it might start actually being different. Okay. Let me save real quick. Alright, do I have to solve all these puzzles again? I'm like, not again. I'm just out of curiosity. What happens if I go ahead?
Oh, a hallway.
A hallway? Yeah, that's still crossed out. Okay, so I guess I need to actually see something here. There must be like a different conversation that can happen. Okay. Alright, let's go. Let's speedrun. Chart. Sure. Thanks for the hydrate. And actually, God, surprisingly, it has actually already been an hour. So I might take a quick little break, and then we will actually see in the next part what happens in the captain's room. Alright, I will see you then.